Would you like to buy some official Paul Does Tech merchandise? Feel free to visit my Spreadshirt store linked in the description below to view various products, colors, and logos that you could get to support me, Paul, from Paul Does Tech. There's also a video in the description below to learn more about my Spreadshirt shop. Thanks for supporting me. Hello everyone, my name's Paul from the Paul Does Tech channel, and today we have a new and different topic from Paul Does Tech. This is kind of almost a crossover video that is almost in association with a whole different channel that I manage. If you guys watched my previous video announcing that PDT Productions manages a different channel for a golf-related industry, Jonathan Mady, BCG. Great channel, check it out. I manage it. Tell me if you guys have suggestions for it. But as a golfer, which many of you guys may or may not know, I am a golfer. I play a lot of golf. I am going to college to play golf on a golf team. I mean, I'm not like, the next wonder child. I'm not like I'm, just, watching the clock until I turn professional, but I play golf. I'm good at, all right, good for the area especially. And I'm going to go play college golf. So, I mean, enough about me. That's not what this video is about. But this is about VR. Now, what are you saying? What are you talking about golf and VR, Paul? Actually, believe it or not, which, I wouldn't believe it, honestly, if someone hadn't mentioned this to me, actually at the PGA show in Orlando. So this is where it all comes back to connect to each other. This is why my last 4 videos have been all about, my trip to Orlando and all this golf channel, because it all connects. Because technology is evident in golf in every facet, and it's becoming even more evident. So with this VR headset, now notice this is nothing special. This is a $20 VR headset with a little bit of padding on it from Amazon. It's big enough to fit my huge phone, and it has lenses that will rotate, and they can focus side to side, in and out, just to fit however your head is. It has adjustable straps to fit your eyes, fit your phone, everything like that. So what this is obviously, you just suction cup your phone in there, close it, you have a VR with your phone. So this isn't as important. The headset itself, it's just, you can do it with whatever headset. The real thing here is about VR and sports and athletes. Specifically in my case, I'm most familiar with how VR can impact golf and golfers. So it's all started 2 years ago when my boss went to the PGA show in Orlando. He met with these people called Ikkos, and I'll have probably some pictures here that I took while we were down there this year meeting with them. And they were very interesting because back in, I think it was between the 2008 and 2012 Olympics, Michael Phelps just wasn't doing as well as he used to be doing. He just had slow times, wasn't doing great in the pool, and they couldn't figure it out, He's the greatest swimmer in the world, and he just couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. So what they did was they took videos from when they had from him in the Beijing Olympics, when he has like 9 medals from that Olympics, and they put it on VR. So they had him sit there like this and watch himself, because obviously who else would you want to watch swim other than the greatest of all time? And he sat there, and I'm not a big swimmer, but he watched his movements, he watched his technique, he immersed himself in the technique, and then put blackout goggles on and went in the pool and tried to replicate exactly what he saw himself do in the VR. Now that's a different scenario of him watching himself, because most of us would be watching a professional athlete, but he is the greatest swimmer I've ever seen. So he would have to watch himself. Now, the everyday person can watch themselves as well, but most people are here to watch a professional. So the whole thing is that in many sports, like for a quarterback with their throwing motion, Tim Tebow, if you guys remember years ago at the draft, the issue is he wasn't going like this and throwing it like this. His motion came down and swooped up. You know what I mean? He, to where he just had too long of a wind up, I guess you could say, to be able to release the ball quickly enough to where, he couldn't be read as easily. He could get the ball out quicker if he was being pressured. And if you think about it, maybe like a pitcher could be off balance. A pitcher could be not having the right release point. Swimming, like Michael Phelps, just not using the right technique. Basketball player could be, maybe free throws. Shooting technique, generally speaking, maybe they're doing more of a push of their shot, where like when you're younger and you're first learning to shoot, you start here and just kind of throw it, where they're not flicking it right, or it's not on the right fingertips, or their jump is off, their posture is crooked on their shot, things like that. It can be applied to every sport, and in golf, it's very applied because golf, I feel, is one of the most technical sports around. It's not physical in any way, but it's technical because every little movement, your thumb being here or here, anywhere here, affects everything. Where if you're running with a football, if your thumb's here or here or here, if you're running faster than the other guy, the hell does it matter? So that's where I feel golf is a technical sport, and why golf is one of the sports that would greatly benefit from the VR, but everyone will. So essentially what I've used it, and it really helped me. I would sit here and like this, I would sit there and watch, say, Dustin Johnson hit a drive. Dustin Johnson is one of the greatest players of our generation at the moment. He's winning, and he's best club in his bag's a drive. So I would look at his takeaway to where he would get up to here and drop his hands from the inside. So I sat there and watched it in slow motion with music developed from the Ikkos app, which, like I said, there will be pictures. This is all done through the people called Ikkos, and I might do a whole separate video on their app alone. But what I would do is the sound takes away supposedly your other senses except for your vision. So you're sitting there watching it in slow motion, staring directly at it for 30 run-throughs of that same video. And then you sit there in the black and think about it while the music's still playing. So then once that's done, you take the VR off and you put on the blackout goggles, grab your club, grab your baseball, grab your bat, whatever it is, and try and replicate the same thing you just watched in slow motion. So then once you do that, you could possibly throw a couple pitches like that, but it'd be hard to, find your direction and not like kill someone. But then you take them off and you try to do the same thing. And in my case, I can see a great impact. I can replicate it better. And in the scenario of high school kids, amateurs, people just recreationally playing, it's a world of a difference. And, the classic coaches and hard-nosed people and stubborn people, like especially from my area, like if I walked into my football coach's office, I don't play football, but at the high school, I'd say, Coach Felis, I have the best thing that your quarterback is ever going to see for his throwing motion. Your field goal kicker will, benefit from planting and be able to strike his kick more purely. All he has to do is watch Adam Vinatieri kick field goals for 10 minutes. He has to watch Peyton Manning wind up and, work through his progressions for 10 minutes. They'd tell me I'm an idiot and tell me I'm a nerd for having VR, and that would be it. So that's where I feel that people could be receptive to this if they actually, sat down and tried it. So that's what I'm saying. It's about the replication of movement. And it's an interesting concept, and a lot of people call you crazy. And you know what? If it's in your head, it's in your head. It's about results, Maybe it's just you're thinking about it better, and the VR has nothing to do with it. It's just a placebo. But if it makes you perform better after having done it, this was $20. The app is free. All you have to do with the app is download it, and you can put your own videos in. And they even have some videos in there right now that are, they're good videos that they cut down, and you can put in any video you want. You can put in yourself, you can put in Tiger Woods, you can put in whoever you want. And that's what's great about the Ikkos app. I will make a separate video explaining exactly about the Ikkos app, but I just wanted to give you guys a talk about my thoughts on VR when it comes to sports and amateurs and professionals, because a professional can go back and watch himself when he was performing in his prime. Michael Phelps, perfect example. But for me, obviously, do I want to watch myself swing a golf club 2 years ago when I was a sophomore who could barely get the club around and hit the ball far enough to get it to the hole? Probably not. So that's why I want to go watch the professionals. But Michael Phelps watched himself because he is the professional. So it's an interesting concept, and I don't think a lot of people are going to catch on nor like it at first. But this is a video I wanted to make because in 3 years, when we make this a commonplace in sports training for the finely tuned athlete, I just want to be able to say, go back 3 years on February 9th, and that's when he made the video. Probably not going to get up. So I feel that this is the type of thing that we're going to look back in a couple years and see some of the best athletes grew up using this. Some of the best athletes currently use it. It's just a different way to ingrain emotion in your head to take memory, and then you have to, through the use of the blackout goggles, use it in muscle memory. I'll try and get you guys a video when I talk about the Ikkos app directly of me actually using it in a golf lesson. I think that'd be cool to see. But like I said, guys, this is something. You can use it across any sports. Like two of my best friends are baseball players. I guarantee you, if he sat there and he has an issue of where the barrel of the bat is behind the handle and he can't turn it over and hit it to the left side of the field, he's stuck on the right side of the field. Now, I'm not sure who, technically speaking, in terms of mechanics, has one of the best baseball swings, but maybe you would find someone who has some of the best bat control around. And you would sit there and watch him and have his barrel be able to meet the ball. And then he can, when the barrel is meeting directly at the ball, then manipulate it to where he can hit it left, he can hit it right, and things like that. One of my other best friends since like kindergarten, basketball player. I used to play basketball, but not seriously. He's a very serious basketball player. Maybe his shot's off just a little bit and he can't figure out why. Maybe he sits there and watches Ray Allen shoot threes, and he watches the technique from the catch and the shoot. Maybe his release timing is off, and he sits there and watches Ray Allen catch the ball in the corner from the point, catches it, takes it to the shooting position, goes straight up, catches it on his 3 fingers, flicks it perfectly, holds his finish, lands back on the ground, and the ball goes right in the hoop. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be something that would be useful across any sport. Like, I don't really have any friends that are football players, but like I said, running, maybe not. Route running, maybe. Blocking could be a big one. But I feel the big ones would be quarterback mechanics, kicking mechanics would be a big one. Maybe the punter's timing is a little off and he watches Pat McAfee kick a few punts or something like that. Ryan Allen kick a few punts. It can go across anything. Especially tennis would be a great one. Tennis, you know what I mean? So I think this is something that we can't overlook as athletes, and we got to be open to new ideas, and that's what I wanted to say, guys. I met with the people that make the Ikkos app at the PGA show, and their research is spot on. Their development's spot on. I thought maybe at first it was just a crock of crap too, but it really isn't, guys. So I will be making a video separately about the Ikkos app and trying to include a video of me actually using it in my golf lesson. But yeah, guys, that's about it for today. I know these videos are stuff that Paul Does Tech normally doesn't talk about, but it's interesting stuff, guys. Pay attention to it. Keep your mind open. And yeah, I'm excited to be making a lot of videos again, guys. This is what I love doing, and I'm happy to be doing it. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.
Get fresh off the grill, get fresh off the grill, nigga, keeping it hot. Get fresh off the grill, get fresh off the grill. Yeah, I'm bouncing the hopper, nigga, you can't stop me.